I thought I might just ramble for a bit on this calculator. I mean, obviously the build quality is fantastic. It's been operating for 30 years and still going strong. The keys still feel pretty good. I've felt better 15Cs. This one in particular is a little bit spongy, but still going great. A lot of people like or maybe they just got used to it, but the landscape format where you have your number pad over here, and I've seen people who are very fast at doing it with one hand. I'm a two-thumb person when I'm using the calculator, and I didn't grow up with cell phones either, so that's just a more natural feel for me. You got all your scientific functions over here and not much that you would be missing. It's just a very simple, straightforward sort of calculator. It really is a pleasure to use. It's almost cathartic when you just have a numeric display. But there's downsides to not having the alpha. When you go to program something and you enter your program steps, but you can't go back and really edit those, or I suppose you could look up in a table. Well, that's a little bit of a drawback there. There's also when we were looking at entering matrices or doing integration, it's a little bit tedious. I think if you were to compare against something like the 32S2 or then my personal favorite, the 42. I know a lot of people really like the 41. I think there's been some significant improvements. The 32S2, even though it has a single-digit display as well, there's a lot of very helpful functions that are immediately available from the keyboard, and then you do have some alphabet or labels that you can use as well in your programs. And then the 42S is just a brilliant machine. Two-line display and very easy matrix entry. It's that to me is almost the pinnacle of HP scientific calculators. But the 15C has a lot going for it too. And again, there is something about the simplicity that it offers, and yet the abilities it offers at the same time that just do make it a pleasure to use. Would I use it day in and day out? Probably not. Not to make myself seem too young, but my grandfather, when he was a young engineer, used this calculator. And I never got to talk to him about it, but by all accounts, it was a piece of equipment that he was very proud to own. I don't know who might end up watching this video, but I suspect that many of the viewers would have their own stories about when they first started to use the calculator, and I would very much enjoy hearing that if you're willing to share. You can do that in the comments. Yeah, it's a good calculator.